Uh-oh, no audio. We got to do it with audio. John, we got to start over. There's no audio. We got to do it
Pardon me?
right. There was no, you couldn't hear me the whole time.
No,
There's
I
no
can hear you
audio.
all.
There's no audio. And I know we have to start episode 300 off with the
Oh
theme
my
song.
God.
So
$300
this
and
is,
I still get it wrong.
so don't
There's
worry. Tonight
something pure about that.
I am drawing. So that won't be the worst thing that happens tonight, John. Don't worry.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. Hold
uh,
on. I know what
it's
to
all
do.
good. Hey, it's
I know what to
300.
do.
It's 300 and we've conditioned the audience to be used to this. So luckily we
I
planned.
forgot to hit the share sound.
Yeah, you got to share the sound.
Thought I was doing everything
I
right.
know you thought you were on the good side of it. Here we
All
go.
right.
That's it.
Welcome to Drawing Hive.
I like the false start, John, because a lot
Well,
of late showers, late show ups got to hear the song for the first time. So
well,
we made it special.
I'm just trying to show them how honest we are. We hide nothing. And maybe how stupid I am. So, everybody, welcome. This is a big night for us. We've been doing this for a very long time. We started doing this, see the visual arts passage sign up there, when COVID became an issue and we couldn't go to drawing class or couldn't get together physically. So we started putting out this open drawing night on Thursday night. If you don't know what visual arts passage is, we are the ones, first of all, we bring this to you every week, most every week, and we help people develop careers as illustrators and painters through our online mentorship program. If you don't know what we do, check us out, and we're very, very good at it. So tonight, 300, 300 times.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Cassandra, I think you and I have been here well, Timmy too, like 99.9% of the time. It's amazing. If you all follow Cassandra on social media, she did a great post of stacking up all of her drawings.
Oh,
First, I had
I'm
to
gonna
think
share
you
it.
were
I'm
going
gonna
to burn
share it
them.
later. It's awesome.
Yeah,
I'll
I
share
thought
it
you were
later.
going to burn them, but it
Yeah.
was, it was
I know so
just,
many people were scared, and
yeah.
honestly, it was the place that was free of my kids' toys, and that's why I picked that spot.
Well, tonight,
That's
tonight
awesome.
we're doing a mashup, and this is Cassandra. This is really all Cassandra. It was just an idea that Timmy and I had at the beginning, and Cassandra helped put us together. I put the reference side by side. You don't have to necessarily use this marmot with Danny DeVito. You can do it with another individual. I just thought it went well. And so I put reference next to just because I had to do it then. I didn't want to do eight
This
reference.
is
Right,
who I
right,
thought
right,
they all
right.
looked like. This was
Yeah,
like my picks. I see these as
yeah.
those.
And I mean, it was obvious, right? That,
The cockatoo. It's like perfect.
yeah, this is dead on. This
Yeah. Yeah.
is really great. So
Zendaya is stunning.
we should have a fun night drawing and a fun night talking. We have a lot of people in the room. We'll get to that in a second, but we're going to do three poses, 220 and one 40-minute pose. Do as many as you want. Do all of them. Do one of them, whatever you feel like. It should be a very, very fun night. I'm ready to start drawing, which I already have started drawing.
All
Excellent.
right. Please, everybody, draw along with us. That's the fun of this. I really encourage you to draw along with us because tonight is my first night drawing with us.
Whoop,
After we
whoop.
decided to finally pull the trigger on that for episode 300. But please, I'm going to drop a link to our Discord server in the chat. If you don't know what Discord is, it's basically our little public place where our community gets together. You can join it, share your art with us throughout the night, and we're going to check it out at the end of the episode. I'm really excited for this one because, well, 300 is no small feat, but I know we've got some great people coming on. I know we got Adam coming later tonight, and I'm also glad that we saved a mashup episode for me drawing the first time. That's not
That's
gonna be a
not more
discover.
complicated at all.
Yeah.
Timmy, there's going to be very little difference between your drawing and my drawing tonight. So,
John, and I want to say, so first off, I really wanted to do collage for tonight.
That
That
sounds
would work.
cool.
Okay. And I was talking with Michael an artist we know called this morning, who's taking visual arts passage classes. And I was talking with Michael, and I was like, I'm drawing tonight. So I caught him up to speed on it. And I go, what do you think me doing collage? And he goes, I think it's kind of cheating. I go, why? And he goes, because everybody wants the vulnerability of drawing. Right? So, audience, can I do collage or should I draw? I got a pen and paper here, or collage? What should I do? Use the chat, please.
Why can't you do a little bit of both?
Oh my God, that seems daunting, but I guess.
I'm fine with you doing collage.
Draw.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Integrate
The
log.
audience is going to say draw,
Integrate
but you know what?
later.
Collage is hard.
How do you
Collage
do
is
it
hard.
later?
And you know what? Sally has done some epically amazing collage.
Okay. We'll see. I haven't even started drawing yet. I feel like I'm really messing up on my first drawing episode. All right. You guys are gonna have to talk because I can't do both of these things.
Yeah, so Timmy learns a lot from that.
Oh damn.
John, we
Scott,
need to see your board.
Scott, what have you been up to?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. So you can go to somebody else right now.
Sorry, I shouldn't have gone to the guy with the mouse feverishly working.
Trying to figure things out here.
No, you're good. You're good. It is good to have you, Charlie. You're last to join the Hive, but God, I'm glad you're here for episode 300.
Love
Thanks,
it.
man.
Yeah, it's
Thank
awesome.
you. This has been so much fun.
It's like
I'm
a
so happy to
long
be a
lost
part of
friend.
it.
I feel like you've been here since episode 1.
That post was awesome, Cassandra. That was so cool to see.
Oh,
That so you've been here like every time, basically?
yeah. I mean, there's a handful ones. I'm like John, where that I've had to miss a couple if I was on vacation, but often even on vacation, I would just not be able to draw on camera. I would still do the drawings.
Oh yeah.
Because it's
Oh,
like
that's
you,
nice.
I'm loyal and I love habits. So like, it's what I do on Thursday, and I like that it stretches me, and I work differently typically on Thursdays than how I normally do. So I genuinely enjoy it, and I love that we get to do this. So I can't thank you and John enough for keeping this up, Timmy. Like,
Oh, it's so much fun.
it's
don't know.
just,
What else am I gonna do on
I love
Thursdays?
this group of people, everyone that, like, what they're creating, watching people's work evolve. It's just cool.
Yeah, it's amazing some of the people we've met along the way. Like, I was thinking about how many people I've met with who've drawn with us since we started this. It's crazy.
It's crazy how quickly the work stacks up. I mean, Charlie, you're probably already seeing all these drawings that are just stacking up just from showing up, right?
Yeah, it's true. I have been working. I keep working on them after the fact, and I have like 3 kind of half that I'm working on whenever I get a free moment. It's a great practice to have this every week because it just
Absolutely.
keeps you moving, and also they're just the little like stories and tidbits that everyone shares. I think about those things all week then. Like
Yeah.
what Ray was saying last week about Bill Hader and feedback, and that those things are so valuable to talk to other artists about.
Yeah, like, and I feel, as an artist, I work at home, and like it's pretty solitary. So this is like my exciting socialization, outside of my kids and husbands.
I know what you mean.
Guys, I gotta go get a pencil. This is tough. I started with pen. Pen was a bad choice.
It's tough that way.
The
Yeah.
bull, the bull,
John, we got to see what you're
bullships.
working on.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you want to see this.
I definitely want to see.
You know, I think if I were to solve this, if I were in my studio solving this by myself, I would be working on tracing paper
Hmm,
and
yeah.
trying to manipulate this and figure out how it's going to sit on here. But I'm just trying to wing it right now. And
All right,
and I,
now I can ask you guys questions about to help me along. So
Mm,
shape design, which is I'm trying to use as my holy grail tonight, right?
mm-hmm.
It's really hard when you have two different figures.
oh, damn right.
Well, you kind of pick one. But if you look,
Okay.
the Marmot and Danny DeVito are similar. And like I find the
Yeah.
similarities, and that's what I stick to.
Okay. Well, I'm drawing on you, Taylor Joy.
Cassandra, do you feel like you have to like go with the silhouette of one that describes it the best? It's funny because I started drawing Danny DeVito first. The first thing I drew was his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. I mean, I mean, it
Yeah,
was
I
his
love how you did his
glasses,
eyes.
his eyes and his glasses. And I was just trying to figure out, okay. And then I was thinking, okay, the shape of his head. Then I quit looking at him and I started looking at the marmot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, okay, well, I'm going to put the marmot's nose on him because it kind of fits in there pretty well, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the shape of his mouth.
Like even look at the nostrils. They kind of
Yeah.
step. It's just shorten or widening the nose bridge.
But then like like the silhouette shape, I'm kind of going, like the silhouette of the whole thing. I'm kind of like going with the marmot, you know?
Yeah.
But then you run into this problem, like to identify, to still make it look like Danny DeVito. um, I want to try to use his hair and the ears. And where I'm having the tough part, where I'm having the struggle, or I know where I'm going to have the struggle is how the glasses fit around the ears.
Oh, well, yeah, that's definitely the things you have to think about is um where does that all attach and how does that work? That's the fun part to me.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun. I'm
Well,
sweating.
it's like
I'm sweating.
my like life's questions are, like with a
Yeah,
giraffe, where does the tie lie? Is it at the base
right.
of the long neck or is it under the chin? Where do you put the collar? Like how do things with long ears like wear a hat? Do they go through? Do they get pulled down? A dog, like how does it wear pants? Like we talked about that one time. On all four legs or just the back legs?
Yeah, the glasses thing is kind of an issue. I need to send this over to Cassandra and have her draw it for me.
No, you're doing great. I love the expression you got there.
This is gonna be dead silence.
No, no,
There's gonna be
no, it's
dead
not.
silence. There's gonna be so much dead silence on episode 300, and it's
Well,
just because
okay.
I'm not
So,
okay.
I will say one of the things I was saying,
Yeah.
I am recently obsessed with the show Widow's Bay, and I think we
Yep.
should draw it next week.
I think that's
Widow's
fine.
Bay.
Widow's
Yeah.
Bay is
Have you
Yeah.
Is
tried
great.
it
it yet,
we?
Charlie?
Yes, me and my wife and I have been watching it, and we love it. It's
Oh my
so good.
gosh. I realize it's my genre, like comfort horror. It's like just
Yeah,
the amount of like right amount of levity with like jump scare that I can handle it. And I just think it's brilliant.
I do too. It's so well done. It makes me so inspired to see something that creative and that different. It's
Yeah.
really
What
great.
is the actor's name?
Matthew Rice,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
he's
he's
been in some
good.
really great stuff. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of his name. Wasn't
Yeah.
he in The
We just
American?
watched another
Yeah.
one with him, The Beast in Me, or I think it's called The Beast in Me, and he plays completely different. Like you don't even barely recognize him. His
Oh,
whole demeanor and everything is so
he's so
different.
talented. His
Yeah.
American accent is amazing.
Oh, I didn't even know he was an American.
He's
Yeah.
Welsh.
That's
He's
incredible.
Welsh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, and the show, like I don't know about y'all, but I loved the 1990s like made for TV Stephen King um
Yeah,
like limited series. Those were we like my whole family, we would just have so much fun watching them. And I feel like this show is giving that kind of same place where it's just fun and like but creepy. Yeah, they're building all the vibes. So fun.
there was a review that said it was a mashup of Stephen King, Parks and Rec, and Jaws,
Yes.
which I
Well,
thought was
and
a great like you wouldn't imagine that could ever work. Those three things in the same show,
I
but it
love the
does.
like 1970s fog. Like that one was always a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
And the first
that's a great
episode
movie.
was just all of that. And you know the head writer wrote for Parks and Rec,
Oh, that makes
right?
Oh,
sense.
really? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think that's so fun.
Yeah, that has been a highlight of new shows right now.
I keep
Um,
looking at it, Cassandra, and thinking, man, I'm doing a terrible drawing of Danny DeVito.
Just just like
Draw my
go
dad,
with it. That's the
John.
thing. You gotta just
Gotta let it
Just
go.
just get that drawing of my dad out and just add a
I thought about that.
add a marmot to it, and you're good.
Well, and you know, I think that this is kind of fun practice because there are situations as artists where stuff like this happens. Well, and I almost picked a penguin because Danny DeVito was the penguin and, you know, Batman too. And so it made me think of that makeup and how they had to like bring those together. Or Mike Marino, he did the modern penguin, and I like he had a video where he was talking about like the way that he was bringing penguins into that character, and I thought that was really interesting hearing him talk about like what he carried over and what he didn't. Like I obviously lean more on the animal side, but you all may lean more on the human side and just bring in some like a few touches of like animal qualities, and that's the fun of it all. It can be any of that.
Is that are you talking about the like most recent Penguin,
Mm-hmm.
Colin Farrell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I thought that had a lot of nice touches of it felt just a little bit like a penguin here and there, but it wasn't like over the top. It was really interesting. You had to
Yeah.
kind of you had to kind of live with it a bit, and then you could see it.
Yeah.
Like even
Like
his
I can
walk,
even
he had a
tell
little
that he
bit
was
of a
looking
limp.
at like a rockhopper penguin and like but it was so smartly chosen, those little touches.
Yeah, I thought that was so great. At first when they announced it, I was like, why do they need Colin Farrell to do that role? Like, how does that work? But
Hmm.
I thought he was incredible. One of my favorite performances in a really long time. I just thought he was I completely invisible as who he was.
He's really talented, and I think he enjoyed kind of getting to kind of hide and it not be about his looks and just the part. That's got to
Yeah,
be kind of intimidating too if you're known for like being a good-looking person and then actively just hiding that and just resting on acting chops.
You guys do fur.
Think about it in blocks and then ring strands.
yeah, yeah. Big shapes.
Right.
The biggest shape you
Look
can
in the
think of.
mirror, Timmy.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Adam, I'm so glad you're here.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Somebody else. Why don't we, gosh, right, murder a row of people that can do this
I
well?
told Adam I was going to be mad if he didn't show up.
Yeah, and I saw that I was like, I don't think I've ever seen Cassandra even type the word mad. So I knew it was real. Like,
Well, Cassandra's furious right now. This is Cassandra being mad.
No, because Adam showed up because he like does great animal people. Your dad puns. I love them so much.
I'm glad that you and I have like the phrase animal people and know exactly what that means.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So, John, what are you working with? I'll be Timmy for a bit so Timmy can
Oh,
just
I kind of I just kind of blocked it in, just kind of figured out where things were going with the pencil, and then I thought I would pick up some oil crayons and start working on blocking it in with oil crayons, and then I'll go and obliterate it and paint on it a little bit.
That's awesome. You were talking about that in class this week. I loved the way that you were talking about needing the chaos to keep you invested and not getting too tight.
Yeah, I mean that's like my I think I started that conversation about telling the students about really analyze your strengths and weaknesses as an artist. And my biggest weakness, and well, I have many, but my biggest one is wanting to over render and over polish things and and they end up being overworked. And so um, I use materials that are really hard to control. And eventually you work with something long enough, you can control it. But it's like I want to start. I like planning things out, like having a structure, and then I want to at some point create chaos out of it, and then bring structure back to it. That's kind of my game plan.
I think that's so cool.
I have a not joke question, which is, do you all notice, especially when you were learning, that you would start to notice like unnatural patterns that maybe you didn't consciously intend, but become very apparent because of, I don't know, the way you approached. So patterns being like just repetitive things that you notice in the drawing that they just kind of show themselves. How do you avoid that? Does that make sense?
there's a I'm gonna give like a really simple way of avoiding it is a lot of times when we like the world is pretty random and we're trying to make sense
Yeah.
out of randomness when we draw.
Yeah.
And often what happens is very often we've got a rhythm we move our hands in. Right?
Uh-huh.
Like if you watch all of us drawing right now, like as Cassandra's laying in that color that she wants to be fairly flat,
Yeah.
she's got a very rhythmic with her hand, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so we've all got that. We've got some sort of rhythm we settle into. And the thing is, if you're doing that, you're probably making the same mark, the same size, the same distance apart. And it might be a different mark.
I
But when
see.
you get into these things that you want to be intentional in your picture, right? Not like laying in that flat color, it can be helpful to make an effort to break the physical rhythm with which you draw.
Yeah.
Um, to to be more thoughtful about your marks rather than letting like muscle memory take over, which
Okay, right.
yeah, because your muscle memory is going to lead you to a pattern of some kind, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
so
a
like
great way to explain that.
the physical act leaves a mark behind, and that mark is going to have the rhythm of your physical act.
I see. I see. I'm nailing it now. This is easy.
That's all Timmy needed. A little bit of pep talk from Adam.
I just
That's that's
I
a great. I've
realized
never heard that before. That's a really great piece of advice, I think.
I think the other thing I think is a weakness, and I think it's very common with most people, is I try to I organize things and try to make things symmetrical, and a lot of balance, a lot of repetitiveness happens when I'm drawing or trying to design from memory. Uh, and I don't want that to happen. I want things to be more organic. And so you know, I've actually worked at it really hard, how to try to think more organically and try to control that a little bit.
said patterns don't have to be a problem. Well, they were for me.
Well, the thing is like when you're learning, yeah, it like
Yeah,
you don't have control over it. But
right.
when you do a lot of it and you understand it, it can be a part of something that becomes your style and you work with it and you make it your own. But when you
Right.
don't have control over it, well, then it's not your style. It's something you need to figure out how to work with and figure out
Yeah,
whether it's something that should stay or that you need to figure out how to make it go.
Like Yuko Shimizu has lots of patterns.
yeah,
Um, that, if I could ask her one question, it would almost be like, so the polka dots,
Yeah.
like how, how, where do they come? Because they're just a consistent part of her aesthetic that's not necessarily linked to concept, but it's clearly something that's internal for her, important conceptually.
yeah.
Yeah. And then she made it so much her own that
Mhm.
you can't help but bring polka dots and think of her.
Right.
I gotta be honest. I don't know how we ran this show for 300 episodes and you guys were able to talk to me at all.
Well, my first couple episodes, I was much quieter because it took a while to
Yeah.
get used to the working and talking.
All right. I'm not showing my live stream, but I'm going to show you my first drawing because, guys, it is time to move on. So I'm getting my webcam ready so I can not freak you out. Yeah,
Yay.
this is exciting. So we're moving on to the next pose. Please post your work to Discord. We're going to check it out at the end of the episode. I'm really excited. I bet you're all thrilled to see what I drew.
Yes.
Here we go. Here's the first unveiling. I am taking notes. Destructive criticism. Bring it.
No,
You
do
can't hurt my
not. We
feelings.
are a
Notice.
You
positive
can't.
place.
You can't hurt me.
Yeah.
I
No,
no.
no, 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 no. We are not going to do that.
Just roast
That's
me.
not who we are. Do not roast Timmy. I will
Carrot.
say it's not allowed.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Not
Anya Taylor
bad.
Joy.
Hey, good shape
Nice.
work. Yes.
Yeah.
You did great,
There we
Timmy.
go. All
Yep.
right. For anybody wondering, I run the behind the scenes of Visual Arts Passage. And do not draw. This is the first time I've drawn. I don't even doodle. Like, I don't draw at all. So, I really did not know what it was going to look like before. Like, I didn't even do a test. I had this
Okay.
reference earlier this week. So I'm not trying to say not trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to provide context. I do love Gary said he corrected it really quickly. I thought it was on purpose. He was like, "Hood job, Timmy." Now I want to walk around the room and see your guys' work cuz this is awesome. It's like watching a normal guy go to the Olympics. I love it. I wish the normal guy at the
Oh,
swinging
that
laps.
looks so good, Charlie.
It's so much fun.
Thank you.
Oh, that's
Love it.
awesome.
That's amazing, Charlie.
Thank you. It's kind of his head on a bird, but we're kind of started losing some of him a bit, and then might come together.
Oh, really nice messages. Thank you, people, for the nice things.
This
That's
is a
awesome.
positive place.
I love it. I see. That's. Well, I'm joking, by the way. I love a roast. I love a good roast, but
No, I don't want
Yeah.
this to be about a roast. This is about you tried something
but
that's
I'm
out
like
of
the
your
one
comfort zone.
person.
Yeah.
I'm like the one person in the hive that I'm like, it's okay.
No,
Get it out.
no, we're
This
not
is like it's like the purge, Like one night every 300 episodes, we get all of our like toxic energy out on me when I draw.
No. The only thing I'll give you a hard time about is being a hipster. Besides that,
I thought a lot about that. I thought about that since we brought it back up, and I still disagree with it. But
of course you will.
but I think we've beat the dead horse on my rebuttals for it, and that I just have to live with it now. Adam, this is fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
that's awesome.
What I love about it is
That
you're
is so
making
good.
you're making like a marmot version of Danny DeVito, which is wild.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like if Danny DeVito had to was hired to voice a groundhog,
Yeah,
like what would that groundhog look like?
It's
that's
great.
my take too.
Oh, John, you're going the same route because I was thinking put the celebrity head on the marmot. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
That's like
great.
Animorphs. That's
That
great.
is perfect.
Yeah.
That
I
is good.
yeah, that's great. I'm gonna get one more drawing in during John's book report, and then I'm gonna let my hair down for the third half. But I will take notes, everybody. I will constructive notes because of Cassandra.
Yes.
Thank you, Cassandra. You're right. I'm not trying to mess up the mood. I did say, we did come out. Episode 200 was the beginning of like the dark ages with Drawing Hive, which we decided. And 300 was going to be like kind of the enlightenment period. And we're here, people. So
Well,
it's
and I think
happening.
a great way to kick that off is you're out of your comfort zone trying
Yeah,
drawing. So I think that's fantastic.
it's wild. Here's a question for the panel. When's the last time you did something that made you incredibly uncomfortable, but you chose to do it because you knew it would help you either like grow or change as a person?
Or,
Ooh.
or because you knew you had to invoice for it in a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to pay your bills.
That was before I got here today.
Okay. Because I'll be honest, I'm like joking about it, but like I thought about this all day today,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not scary once you do it, but and also everybody's so nice, you know what I mean? But yeah, when's the last time you did something that you were like, oh, I can't believe how uncomfortable this is going to make me? Maybe, the second it ended up on a calendar, you're thinking about it. Like, I know that thing's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anything come to mind?
Oh, yeah. Anything in public.
Yeah.
Shows, I guess, is your
Every
guys'
new
enemies.
class I've ever.
Yeah, yeah. Showing up for my solo show, like it's exciting to see it all up, but then it's hard to be there and have the attention. I'm uncomfortable with being like I'd rather just talk to people about what they're working on. Like I hope they like it. I hope they like what I've worked on, but it's sometimes like that's hard to
Yeah.
to just yeah, be in the middle of it all.
I liked Juan's answer. I woke up and I got out of bed. That was pretty uncomfortable. That's a good answer. Yeah. Yeah.
I I don't know. It's it's not uncomfortable. I don't think it should be uncomfortable for an artist to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
To try to push themselves in different directions.
Yeah.
And so I most Thursday nights I try to make myself kind of uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
it bothered me at first, but it doesn't bother me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm doing the right thing. I feel like I'm okay with that.
You guys have gotten so good at talking and working at the same time, and that's something that I do think you probably got way better at over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is hard. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Because I
I had to
remember,
spend a lot of years in advertising agencies doing, storyboard work, and everyone always would want to talk to you because you'd be drawing live, and at first it was almost impossible. The number of interruptions but yeah, over time you get more and more used to it. I
yeah,
haven't done that in a while, so it's been a little tricky coming back and doing it here. Sometimes I notice I'm not drawing at all for like 20 minutes. or I'm like listening and yeah.
yeah, yeah. Charlie, I used to do like in the commercial world, and I'm sure you've probably been in like an editing suite where you like watch an editor. Have you ever?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So I used to have to do that. It was in a commercial setting, so it was never like really a director. It'd be like 8 people who like wanted to leave their office that day
And just hang out
and
in your
just like
space.
kind of look over. Well, it wasn't like I'm working with a production house that
Yeah.
like give me access, but like, and I never was bothered by it. I was always stressed to edit while someone was watching. I would fumble. I would try to move too fast, like
Mhm.
because I don't want them waiting for me, and then I'd get so flustered. And
I find
yeah,
it amazing how like a little bit of that kind of stress and how poorly my brain will work. Like not knowing key commands suddenly that I use every day
Mm,
if someone's in the room with me, or like even the first couple times doing drawing Hive, all of a sudden I was like not sure how to like hold my. I felt like I didn't know how to hold a pencil because I was like drawing live at first. It's
yeah.
strange how just the smallest amount of stress can like impact your brain so much, and how like drawing, I think especially is something you kind of need to be really relaxed to do it the way you want to, I think. I don't know, do the rest of you feel that way? That just the tiniest amount of stress affects your drawing so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's when I deal with that in like a student situation, it's like when you watch people have that issue working in class or so like, like there's this thing that where we can go into like homework mode. The part of
Mhm.
it where you're gonna like intellectualize your way through a situation, and but those aren't the muscles that have been doing it. And it's like
Yeah.
I remember my uncle was telling me a story once about I think it was about Rex Harrison like doing a Broadway play, right? And they'd been doing it for I don't know months at this point, and he apparently got on stage and then tried to remember his dance steps, and suddenly,
Yeah.
first time in months, he couldn't do it. Like he just went completely blank on the dance because it had been just going on muscle memory at that point, and when he tried to actually think about it, like it was just none of those neural connections were there for it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh,
That would be a really scary moment.
And that that can definitely happen in a yeah I was like when I do like technique demos or something, it's like it has to be something that I can kind of do with my eyes closed because the part of me that's going to be having a conversation about it is is not the part of me that goes into like exploratory mode in the studio.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like a different set of brain patterns
Yeah.
that you use when you're just working by yourself and exploring.
Well, if you've
I
done
did my
that,
first ever live demo this
yeah,
last year. That's my uncomfortable thing that I tried.
that's what I was going to suggest, Charlie. It's like, you know, teaching a long time that I've done lots and lots of live demos in front of people. And you kind of get numb to it after a while.
the first time, like, I just literally bombed, you know, doing something live. That was like hard because it's like you just start spiraling, and I wasn't it like trying to pull back from it and be present too. Like that was hard. So getting used to that was, I feel like, a great life skill.
Funniest thing ever was there was an episode, Scott, this was probably over a year ago, and you might not even remember it, but I spotlit you and then I got distracted and I left it on. And Scott, you at one point you go, "Hey, I think everybody's gotten enough of me." And it was one of those things where it was like the it's like I really don't want like a crowd of people watching only me.
Yeah,
And I think that's kind of the beauty of the panel is like you guys carry the burden together a little bit, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Scott, I do love what you're doing right now. I was showing people it earlier, spotlighting it. It's
Oh,
great.
thanks, man. The flop
Your
sweat is
exhale
heavy
doesn't.
right now.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say the exhale doesn't sound like we are in lockstep with that opinion.
let's just say a lot is getting made up on the fly here.
Mm, yeah. Cassandra, I remember this is like week 2 of the pandemic. We did those artist spotlights,
Hmm.
and I've brought this up before, but John Foster did one,
I
and
watched it. I was there.
okay,
Yeah.
and it was like people weren't doing anything. So it was like people. I mean, like people were not doing anything, and I, John, I remember kind of getting on you about not kind of. I remember being like, these can't go 7 hours.
And I got to tell you, I was there for, like, I watched all of those. I
I
loved
think
how
John's
long they
went.
were.
I'm joking. I think John's went like 4.5, which is
Yeah.
like a everybody got like the unedited Tarantino demos.
It was so cool though, because like,
Yeah.
the
Well,
beginning of a
yeah.
painting is ugly. And
Yeah.
so you're watching it build, 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 and then there's this beautiful like point where suddenly it turns and you're like, and that's when it just shows how freaking skilled they are. But
Yeah.
yeah, the John Foster one,
The John one is crazy because if you know John and John English, you know him better than me. He's such an anxious ball of energy,
and
and
he's
then
so
he was
freaking
I
talented.
know, and then he quote unquote, I'm quoting him. He was quote unquote bombing on the first one. I wouldn't have known, but John, didn't he like at like 2 hours? Was he like, can
Started
I start
over.
over?
Yeah.
Hmm.
and and we kind of were like, what? How's everybody feel about that? And everybody was like, I'm not doing anything. So it was like, all right, let's do this. Let's run it back.
Well, and
My,
what's
my,
wild is
Yeah,
then it was amazing, the second piece. Like the
yeah,
first one didn't seem up to his normal level. It was still better than what I could do.
yeah,
But then he did this second piece, and then you're just like, wow.
well,
Like,
you remember what he did
yeah,
in the first one? What he was trying to do
yeah.
wasn't he? Was I'm thinking about the time he tried the wet pastel and he just bombed out of it, but he just couldn't make it work. And then he
Hmm.
stopped and started. Right, he rebooted. They do
But
it.
it just spoke of his professionalism that, like, he rebooted and then kicked butt.
Yeah, he is one of the most intimidating. I mean, not he doesn't try to be. It's just his skill set is off the charts.
Yeah. But it's hard when you're alone and things aren't going well. And then it's really hard when others are watching and it's not going well.
Just hard in general.
Because you want to, like you want to get defensive. They're like, oh, I'm not normally like, I normally can do better than this. And then like, I feel the need to apologize. And like, I'm sorry, I'm not delivering like what is my normal standard. Like you just, yeah, it's tough. Oh, it's so fun looking up and seeing all of that. Okay, so John, you're using the pastel. Um, Charlie, are you going to stick to pencil or what's your plan?
I think so. I pulled out gouache paint today, and I'm not sure. We'll see how far I get up with it. I may try to do that, but we'll see.
That's cool.
I haven't used it in a long time, so that would be another little pushing me out of my comfort zone moment.
Yeah, that's good. It's tough.
One of these weeks, I want to just do just straight gouache, like no drawing. One of these
Yeah,
weeks, but not on this one. This one is too. This is this is too
this
challenging
is too
to
many
not
pieces.
draw a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was exciting. I feel like there was an episode where I was like, you know what, everybody else is drawing. Like people won't notice if I just like stop. Like I think early on, I just stopped trying to do a drawing at first and just started playing, and it it was so much fun. So much more fun. Helped me let go a lot more. It helped me in my like painting practice too, once I started doing that more here.
Also, these nights probably just fly by for you guys, right? Because you're
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's
Yeah.
really
because
fast.
I'm looking and I'm like, whoa, my God, we've been doing this for 45 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, oh my gosh, I barely did anything in
Yeah,
that time. What's happening?
yeah. I'm realizing that I really needed like a healthy dose of like People magazine to do the collage route. Because most of my magazines are magazines that really appreciate art, I guess. And so it's
Mm.
like so much of it is art. It's like the New Yorker. It's hard to use.
You did some
Wired.
lowbrow info.
I need some lowbrow content. I got all the highbrow stuff. Or, I've got a lot of art magazines, and I was like, oh, that seems taboo.
Problem is, you're just too classy. That's the thing.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, then we could call it Chat GP Timmy. You know, what if that's just what you're getting from Chat? It's just me.
I think that's your advice podcast now.
Okay, that's my solo pod, the Drawing Hive solo pod that happens on Saturday nights.
Right, right.
It's a 1 a.m. It's a late
The one where
night.
you just give out like I mean the previous title might have been hot takes with Timmy, but I think
Yeah, I
Chat
just air all my grievances.
Chat GP Timmy I like.
Yeah, Chat GP Timmy is the new. I just got an OS update, people. Yeah, it's a big deal. Well, John, are you ready for your big educational moment? That I'm now really starting to understand the gravity of all the responsibilities you have, John.
But this is a
Responsibility of-
healthy thing that's happening here, Timmy. Like,
Yeah, this is growth, guys.
because I
You're seeing
remember
growth in
early
real
on,
time.
we were always like, "Can we have some Timmy time? Can we have like we called extra minutes Timmy times?"
Okay.
Yeah,
I got the most of the crayon off my fingers. I think I can do it.
right on.
Ooh, we got
Look at
that
that.
going.
We got the
Well
intro song on
done.
episode 300. Without the intro, it would have been a disaster.
Okay, everybody. This might be a little difficult because this was a dear friend and one of my heroes that we're going to talk about tonight, and I thought episode 300 would be fitting. So tonight we're going to take a little bit of, and if I stop talking, you know why.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about Gary Kelly a little bit tonight. And wonderful individual. I consider a friend. He was always there for me and education programs that I put together. I think anybody that's had him as a student, I think everybody else in this room besides me and Timmy that's on this panel had him as as an instructor at some point. I believe that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary's an interesting guy. He was a Midwestern guy. He was born in Iowa, lived in Iowa his whole life. He went to the University of Northern Iowa on a football scholarship. Couldn't get an art scholarship, so he got a football scholarship. And once he got into school, he quit playing football after the first year and to focus on his art. And it really important to me was he was like, I watched his success happen in front of me from when I was a student. Now, when I was in school, I saw the Society of Illustrators with his first full-page printed piece in the Society of Illustrators. That was a theater poster. Over time, he became the most awarded illustrator in the history of the Society of Illustrators. He won 27 gold and silver medals from the New York Society of Illustrators. Absolutely, hands down in my mind, he was the best illustrator designer. I mean, he was just magnificent with composition. He did a lot of things well, but that's what always stood out to me was his ability to compose. And he was just had great sensitivity with his storytelling too. I think he has like close to 30 books, printed books. I should know the exact number. I don't. I have a whole bunch of them. I have most of them. But I put this image first because this is just in my mind, it's just a painting. And it's just so beautiful. Such great consideration. Timmy was asking questions about shape design. I almost answered and said, just wait and learn all about it during my talk. Because as again, he just a magnificent designer. I'll move on some pieces. It's one of his Barnes and Noble pieces. if you go into Barnes and Noble, you'll see murals on their walls, and they were all Gary Kelly.
Yeah.
I drove up to Iowa to, no, I was driving up to, well, I guess Iowa too, but I was going to Omaha, and about a year ago, and I completely forgot that this existed. I came over this hilltop, and it was a very rural area. Then all of a sudden, there's a Google farm. And on the side of that Google farm is a 130-foot Gary Kelly mural.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
You could see it from like 2 miles away. And it was like just out of nowhere. And you know exactly what it is as soon as you see it, And it's like, oh my God, there's Gary Kelly, 80 feet high and 130 feet wide. Um, I'll
And
go,
it can look amazing at that size.
yeah, what a lesson in design.
Hmm.
Almost everything he did, it was just so beautifully thought out. And his ability, I had the pleasure, sometimes not so pleasurable, of drawing next to him a lot at the Illustration Academy. And I'd always try to sit next to him just to hurt myself, but to watch him draw. And while other artists, other people in the room were trying to define the figure and the anatomy, Gary was designing the page. It's like every drawing was just beautiful. It wasn't, he drew very easily and very relaxed because he drew so well. But he could dial it in and get and render if he wanted to. But he really composed everything he did. He composed. He was such a mature artist. I'll have to go faster here because I have a lot of images.
Well, and his balance of value, like the color stands out so well because he understood the importance of having the value right. And man, his thumbnails just always blew me away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few of those at the end I'll show. Yeah, the first time that he came to the Illustration Academy, he brought the book, The Stolen Smile, and all of the work that he did to construct it. And I was in shock. I had never seen process like that before. This is part of the
Ask you a
packaging
question
book.
about the previous image. Was the typography is amazing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Was
that's
that?
him too.
that's him.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You know, uh, there's illustrators that can do type, and there's illustrators that shouldn't do type.
Yeah.
I'm one that shouldn't. But he understood. He started out as a graphic designer. It's real interesting. A lot of my favorite illustrators were graphic designers first. My father was a design major, didn't study illustration at all, and was was a designer before he was an illustrator. Now this one has a really special place for me. During the academy, he'd always bring me a book, and the book, the Paganini book, this book, I read it to my son the day after Gary gave it to me, and my son was like 6 years old, and it was our nighttime bit. And the next day, I had to get in the car with Gary, and he said, "Well, how'd it go?" And I said, he said he loved it. I said, all except for this was a spread. And I said, wouldn't look at the page. He just turned it really fast. And he looked at me and he goes, "That's perfect. That's exactly what was supposed to happen." I just love it.
Awesome.
Some pretty complicated stuff. He had the ability to distill things and group things and simplify. as well as anybody I've ever seen.
And it would seem complicated and
Yeah.
at the same time. Like, I don't know how to do that. And he liked to work in pastel a lot.
Yeah, he worked in mostly pastel. Well, I shouldn't say that. He did a lot of monotypes. He did oil paintings, but most of his illustration work was in pastel. Wow.
Mhm.
Roosevelt. There's a monotype.
I love his monotypes.
Yeah, he always he put cats in his pieces a lot, and he always did these great cats, these silhouette shapes of cats.
Did he own cats? Did he like cats?
He had rabbits.
Huh.
Huh.
I don't know if he
Get
had
that.
if they had
Wait,
cats
you said
or
he had
not.
rats?
Rabbits.
Rabbits.
Oh, I was like, whoa, Alana. Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't see that coming.
yeah.
Yeah, his silhouettes are just so interesting.
Monotype of Grant Wood.
Uh,
Beautiful piece. So that thing, he really imaginative with, he's covering cycling in France here, but he thought it appropriate with contemporary bikers to have Vincent van Gogh painting in the foreground. And I
That's
just love the
hilarious.
fact he did it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I am just scratching the surface on he did so much work. This is
I think it's
That's a
thing
great
is
one.
brilliant.
oh, wow.
Oh, Picasso.
That is
John.
just
I don't know if you have images coming of his graphic novel work, but I just think it's worth mentioning to anybody watching in the audience right now that so Gary was really renowned amongst the illustration community of certainly within the world of editorial illustration. He was just considered, one of the absolute giants while he was working, as he was active. And it's difficult because of styles and tastes changing, and the fact just also that art directors eventually move on or retire and they get replaced, and then you've got a new generation comes in and they've got their own likes of what illustrators they find compelling. And so all this to say that there's no shame for any editorial illustrator to note that at some point your work you're going to get fewer assignments. That comes for us all. And that when that started to happen for Gary, when he wasn't getting as much work, because this is a guy who just as a quick side note, I can totally remember, John, one time at the Illustration Academy where he was on the phone with his agent, Richard Solomon, and he got off and you and I both kind of overheard the conversation. We were both just right there in the studio. And he talked with his agent about, tons of different jobs. And then you just asked him, you were like, hey, when you get back from the academy, what do you have waiting for you? And I may not have the number exactly right here, but I swear it's in the ballpark. When when you asked him that question, he kind of stopped and was thoughtful for a minute. And I want to say he said somewhere in the vicinity of 30 jobs were like waiting for him, when he got back, which is just like unthinkable.
Yep.
And yet when that level of, productivity faded, what did he do? He didn't just say, oh, well, I guess I'll hang up my hat or whatever. No, he said, oh, well, now I'm going to go into graphic novels. And he wrote and illustrated 3 of his own graphic novels. So just the creative restlessness of Gary can't be understated. Of that this
He's
was a
a
guy who was absolutely compelled to make images.
and interesting. It's like a lot of artists his age. It's like the first thing that he saw that interested him in art was comics, and he was a
Right.
massive comic fan.
Yeah.
And I love I had the opportunity the first time I had a conversation with Mike McNolan. Um, and told I was inviting him, trying to get him to come to the academy. He had agreed to do it. He said, "My only condition is I need to be there when Gary Keller's there."
Mhm.
And he said, "Gary may or may not know this, but the closest thing to my drawing board is a Gary Kelly original that I stare at all the time." I
Yep.
thought, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he owns the original to it's the like main image for Treasure Island that Gary did.
Well, here's this was a whole Joe series that he did. I just thought was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Oh wow.
Joe Cocker. It's a Woodstock night.
One other fun Gary story that I'm wondering if I know I've shared this story a number of times, and so I apologize to any listeners if I actually have said it on Drawing Hive, but it bears repeating here. When we would do figure drawing at the academy, we would draw on tan tone paper, much like the tan paper I'm drawing on right now, and same with John. And we would use new pastels. So this is like Gary's home turf, right? Like, as the materials we used for figure drawing were literally what he was using for assignments daily. So he couldn't have been more
He
comfortable.
was very comfortable.
Yeah, very, very fluent with the materials we were using. So we would typically do 20-minute poses of the model. And so I remember one night, as we had done probably 3 drawings or something like that, and then it was time to, let the model take a little bit of a break. And we came back from the break, and Gary made a point of saying just loud enough, like he wasn't, shouting it or anything, but just elevated his voice enough to make sure we could hear. And he kind of stretched and cracked his knuckles and said, well, all right, guess it's time to start drawing with my right hand now. He'd been drawing with his left hand that whole time just to flex on us. And we all just like lost it. We're like, ah! Because of course those drawings were stunning. He killed it with his left
I
hand.
have a couple of those.
Yeah.
And I laughed at Sterling was a student and was just really admired Gary. And over time, they got to know each other real well. Sterling came and taught with us, and they would actually trash talk each other while they were drawing. And where else? I mean, it's like I've never seen that happen in a drawing scenario before. And kind of one of those things, and and he would take his drawing and put it in front of Sterling and said, I did that one with my left hand. And and Sterling, he had a comeback, and he thought he had a great comeback, and he put in one of his drawings, and it was a beautiful drawing Sterling did. And he goes, I did that one with my eyes closed. And Gary looked at him and goes, yeah, it looks like it. I thought it was so great. There's some monotypes. Look at this thing.
Yeah, I got to see him do a monotype demo, and it was so cool. I immediately went home and I was like, okay, I got to play more with this. This like what he did is so cool.
Hmm.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Book.
You guys hear me erasing pretty aggressively? Sorry.
Sanding.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
No, I'll tell a very kind of personal story, but nice story, just to kind of give you an idea of what Gary was like. And I, Gary was really important after the first year or two that he came to the academy. It was really important for me to have him be part of it because he was such a, everyone loved him and he was such a great teacher and got along with everybody really well. And so I would always call him like at the first person I would call and say, you have your options of dates. And he realized that I was, really kind of trying to cater, making sure he would come and, that he would show up. And he told me, he said, John, he says, you never have to worry about me being at your program. He goes, you're doing it right, and I want to be involved with it. And so he goes, you never have to call me again about it. Just, I'll send you the dates that I can be there. I just thought, oh man, that is such a nice thing to say. And
Mm-hmm.
and he was just as loyal as could be. He showed up every year.
And to be so open
Yeah.
with how he thinks and the way that he works. And like there was zero gatekeeping. He
Mhm.
was just like, this is exactly how I do everything that I do. And it was, it wasn't arrogance or it was just like, let me see if this helps you think better too. Like yeah,
This I
huge
thought
deal deal.
I always loved these drawings as kind of people looking at art.
Mm-hmm.
It's so great.
How many Gary pieces do you own, John?
Mm, I don't know. I should. I have like a couple that are like really like polished finished pieces, and then I have a lot of quite a few of his drawings, and then a few demos. I probably have 7 or 8.
I thought it would be a good number. Oh, that's so cool.
Look at these monotypes.
Here's the thing too, is like, you know that trick where you look at your picture in the mirror to see everything you did wrong?
Yeah.
This is how good they look in the mirror.
Yeah, do all these backwards, right?
Yeah.
That's what monotypes are. This is a blue series, and I always just love. He gave the assignment, we called it the blue assignment, and he wanted the students to conceptualize what blue could be. Look at the drawing in those two saxophone players. Jeez.
Hmm. Yeah, I always love that one.
Homage to Picasso. He did that a lot. He was a big art history guy, was constantly digging into other people's artwork and reappropriating it with his own voice.
That became a thing he did with his children's books after a while, where you can literally look at them. And so, like the Paganini book you showed earlier, that's all Egon Schiele influence. When you look at I'm trying to think, like the Maria Tallchief book, he was looking at a lot of the impressionists and post-impressionists on that one. And, so yeah, he was very open about the fact that for each book, he'd kind of pick like an influential guiding light and then just surround himself in his studio with, books from his own collection and from the library, of that artist's work to kind of channel that look for the particular book.
Yeah. These are some of my favorites of his. I love this piece.
Yeah.
Now that's a typewriter.
Mm-hmm.
Use
Nobody
this.
could do crowd scenes like him. Like, look at that. Just the way he would design the figures and
Right.
fuse them. And he was so good at it.
I've used this piece so many times to talk to people about light and dark pattern and simplification of silhouette.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I don't have a great shot of this, but this is one of my favorite paintings of his.
Mhm.
Here's his studio. He lived most of his life in Cedar Falls, Iowa. And this was an old bank building that he bought. There was with a friend who was a real estate, insurance agent. And Gary had the top floor. He had the insurance company was down below. And has like 4 rooms in it. It's his easel.
How far was that from his house?
Um, oh, a 5 to 10 minute car ride.
That's cool.
It was right downtown in Cedar Falls is a really beautiful little river town. A really charming little town. You can't there's very few businesses you walk into that doesn't have a Gary Kelly poster or painting. He was very popular in that town. He was part of the town. Okay, look at that. This is what he was working on when I saw him last. It was just like it's a book. But look at that process work. Him doing a demo at the academy, and it was fantastic to watch him interpret reference and distort it, manipulate it. He was just so good at it.
Wow.
And this is
Rubber hits
this,
the road.
this was
Yeah.
at his home on his mantle above his fireplace. There's 27 medals from the Society of Illustrators.
It's like epic.
You know what's funny? There is a mirror, but it's behind the second row. That's what threw me off.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I thought, oh well, no, it's just one row, and that's a mirror.
No.
And then I was like, no, it's 2 rows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's the last time I saw him, that's Gary George Pratt hanging out in his studio.
That's great.
Such a friendly guy.
That's awesome.
That's it.
Thanks, John. That was
Thank
great.
you,
That's
John.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
I want to share this because Randy Schweitzer sent it to me, and he said he loved this photo. That's such a
Yes.
great moment.
Mm.
Oh, I almost showed that, but I thought it was, I don't know.
Well, I did.
But no,
Thank
that's
you.
like such
Yeah.
a great moment. Like
Yeah.
so much talent on that
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah, you've spent a lot of time in good company. And
That
so,
was, if
yeah.
they didn't know that photo was Gary and Greg Manchez and George Pratt and myself.
Yeah. No, John, I mean, the one thing I'll tell people that maybe you don't know who Gary is, or maybe you're learning who Gary is in real time, is I've learned one thing, which is people who John call a good friend and like are like a to be there for you friend, he means it. And so, and I've gotten to a point in my life where I've started to appreciate that more than success, more than like the financial or the perceived success of other people. And Gary was kind of like this crossroads of talent and just like decency and like niceness that is just like so rare.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a nice thing to say about him. He was
Yeah.
you wouldn't know he was just one of the most successful visual artists in the world. Like if you
Yeah.
just met him at a coffee shop or something, you would, and he certainly wouldn't tell you.
Yeah. Most humble guy ever. I mean, it's so funny, John, and I don't want to like step on the toes of your presentation, but I always think about like the first year I helped with the academy, or the first year we helped like when we were at Rockhurst. So we're on this like city campus, and I know I've mentioned this here before, but like I was like in charge of, I was basically camp counselor, so I was getting like the teachers set up and stuff, and the academy, it's like we have to house the instructors on campus for because every expense you add to the academy, the more expensive it gets for students. And so we were always trying to cut the expenses as much as possible. And
And the instructors understood that. They
yeah, they
knew.
totally did. We would kind of tell them like, this program is like wildly expensive. And so we would put them in the dorms, which a lot of them like chose it as an opportunity of like, this is fun, you know? Like a lot of them, it's like, you know, Ted, it's like he's in his 30s. This is fun. This is, this is, you get to revisit it. But I never fully understood Gary's age. And I was like, yeah, this is your dorm. I thought, I mean, he was such a young looking guy
Yeah.
that I thought he was like 50. And I remember him asking me for an extra pillow. Being like, all right, yeah, I can give you an extra pillow. And like forgot the next day. And it's like, he was like 79. he was so much older. And I always feel so bad about that. But he was the nicest man on the planet. Sweetest guy ever.
Yeah, I actually I have no clue of his age ever.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he aged.
No, he
No,
didn't.
he looked like Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was a
but like
better
the better
looking Billy
version.
Bob Thornton is what he was.
Yeah. Yeah. My
How old
favorite.
was he? Like I don't even know.
He was 81 when he passed.
Okay. Yeah, I just because he just it's timeless.
Yeah. And he was such a fun guy. He was so nice. I mean,
Cool.
yeah. The nickname that year, College for Creative Studies, a lot of students were there. He came there every year, but the year that I remember is the year for all these College for Creative Studies out of Detroit. There was like probably 10 students from there at the academy, and they all started calling him Bad Santa. It was the funniest thing ever. Yeah. John, how old were you when you met Gary?
I met him when I met him at the Society of Illustrators probably when I
Yeah.
was 29.
Okay.
And
Wow.
but didn't I went didn't re- I mean met him. I barely said hi to him. Then I went to a lecture that he was giving at K-State, and that's the first time I really spoke with him. And then the next year I asked him to do the academy. So that was in 1994.
Thanks, John, for putting that together.
Yeah, thank you,
That was
John. That
great.
was really
Yeah.
special.
I'm gonna go back up and I should have said it. Gary had been married to his wife Linda. They were in their mid-20s. And he has a daughter, Sydney, and a son, Kyle. And I have made a commitment to go back up and help them with the studio. They haven't really dealt with it yet.
Mm.
They don't know how to. It's like there's so much work there and there's so much to be,
Sorted.
to be curated and put away
That's
properly.
nice of you to do.
Yeah, a good friend.
George is going to come with me. We're going to make
Oh,
That'd be
good.
a weekend out of it.
That'll be good.
Plus, they're showing the documentary. There's a Gary Kelly documentary at the University of Northern Iowa the week that we have it planned.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Is there any way for us to see the documentary?
I don't know.
I'll do some digging. Everybody, if I didn't tell you before John's presentation, we're moving on to the third and final pose, people. This is not the super long one. This is the mediocre middle one. This is like 30-minute one. So please post your work to Discord. Don't wait till the end. It always jams up the loading. So please, please, please post your work. I want to see it. I'm really excited to see all this awesome art, and looking forward to it. Documentaries on YouTube. I'll get a link.
Yeah, because that would be so cool to see.
I remember when he did it was back in like 2016 where he did the Google
Right.
buildings, and you know that's before anybody knew what any of these like data, you know what I mean? That there was no conversation even about those things. But it was so awesome because like Google did like a whole little mini showcase of Gary and everything, and it was cool to see like some good money poured into like a little like a documentation of like an artist, right?
Yeah. Of him making the
Yeah.
product.
Yeah. And so I like that. That felt like a rare instance of, and I'm not gonna be one to like pat Google on the back, but it felt like a rare instance of whoever was in charge of that choice, like did the work. Like they were like, we're gonna hire a good local artist, and then they were like, and then you know what? We're gonna do like a 10-minute documentary about them, which is like one of those things where it's like nobody asks you to do it, you know. And I liked that they did that. The funniest thing was watching that doc with Ted Kinsella, and he was doing impressions of Gary because in the behind the in the footage they show like B-roll, so background footage. Gary's walking through this server farm, and Ted Kinsella is doing this impersonation of him going, "Oh, these are all refrigerators," because Gary is like the last. Like he didn't have an email, right, John?
No, you had to email his wife.
Did he have a phone?
Um, I think he had a cell phone.
He was somehow on Instagram.
Way after everybody else.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Scott, when he was on Instagram, it was his daughter.
Yeah, except for the fact, no, but hold up. Like there
No,
was,
this is a Scott Anderson conspiracy that you've heard it here first.
he direct messaged me on Instagram. It was him. It wasn't
Oh,
Sydney.
okay.
So there,
Oh, okay. There we
he I agree that Sydney was posting all the images and stuff, but then he
Yeah.
would go and actually like he was at looking on Instagram and liking
would
posts and
lurk. He
occasionally
would lurk.
he
I see.
he was dropping comments occasionally and
Yeah.
saying, hey, really nice piece and stuff. So that was him when that was happening.
Yeah. Interesting. Very cool.
Julian says the documentary's on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Now that you guys have seen all of Gary Kelly's work, do you want to see mine?
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought this would be the perfect time. Right after the Gary Kelly feature, I'd show this terrible thing. All right, here we go. Wait, where am I? There we
Hey,
go.
looks good.
We are.
Oh, yeah. You did good.
You guys have no idea.
Nice.
You guys have no idea how hellish it is. Cassandra, this is how different you and I are. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
is if I do something that I don't think is like my specialty,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't want people to be like, "You did a great job." You know what I mean?
No.
But I love like a ribbing. Ribbing to me, and I think it goes back to like sports. Like I prefer a coach that yells at me.
Interesting.
Like and it's not that I enjoy that more, but I do know that I do better because of that.
See, for me, I think like I'm not like technically, yeah, you're not masterful yet at a drawing, but I know like I can see the work into what you were doing into looking and trying to make that piece work. And so I see real effort and I am applauding the fact that you worked hard to look at that and to see things and make something. And you had to go really hard in putting pieces together. So I genuinely think that deserves
Yeah.
like applause. Like you worked hard on
Has
that.
anybody ever told you that you're a really good communicator? Have you gotten that before? I'm being sincere. Like, is it like breaking down a complex problem or
Sometimes,
complex
sometimes I'm not very
idea?
good at it.
I don't know.
He has
I would
twins.
disagree.
Come on. Of course he is.
No, I'm not trying to
Um,
like. I'm not trying to like be just nice. It's just it's interesting how you're able to do that because
I'll give you my Timmy. I'll give you my favorite George Pratt compliment or backhanded
yeah,
compliment, and he would look at it and say, "Timmy, that's really great for you."
I love that. I love that.
He would have
That
this little
see,
pause, and he said it to me
John.
a
Yeah,
thousand times, and I bite on it every time.
yeah, yeah. Um, someone said you want frank feedback. That's not a roast, though. I'm not kidding. I totally would love a roast. I really would. It makes me feel so much more comfortable, and because it's not a thing that's like inherently really important to me. Not that I'm not trying to belittle it. It's just it's not. I don't have a lot riding on me drawing well
Well, I
enough.
think
You
also
know what
it
I mean?
allows for you not to take it seriously, but I
Yeah.
think that
Oh
you put
yeah,
real
yeah.
effort
It
into
is kind
it.
of an exit. Yeah. It's a trap door for me.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. So I can understand that, but I don't,
Hmm.
at the same rate, like, I think you worked hard to
Yeah.
be uncomfortable, and that is worthy of a compliment.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now we got to see what Charlie's been doing because this is wild. Hey everybody, just a reminder, that's the same thing I tried to draw. That's awesome. I love it. The
hmm
like the oh, it's
Thank you.
perfect.
It's brilliant. It's so good.
Perfect likeness.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. That's so good.
Great.
Every person that's never showed up to Drawing Hive is like, what is going on with this guy?
No, they're not.
Oh, that's awesome,
No.
Cassandra.
Oh my gosh, that is looking great.
Oh my god.
They're all so good.
You did the shirt. Are you gonna do the
I'm
feminine? Are
gonna
you gonna?
totally have feminists
Oh,
as AF.
awesome.
I'm just trying to
Okay,
make sure it's all
cool.
laid out right.
John reversed the image to
That-
make it easier to draw, right, John? That was the thing. And then I was like, the funniest thing about this is the shirt he's wearing.
Yeah, yeah,
I
no,
know.
I
And
have
then,
to
yeah,
have
you
that.
reversed it back on me.
Okay. No, I didn't mean to. A lot of irons. John, I'm having a kid. Come on.
I know. I was just trying to make it as easy as possible for people, and I was just thinking, well, hold on. Um,
Yeah.
I'm drawing the reversed image.
Okay, let me see this. Let me spotlight you. Can you show it again?
That's
Sorry.
great.
There's my reference.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
which works because
So
you're
good.
not yeah
I
you're not
reversed
doing
it because
yeah
the other shot that we had of the marmot was like perfect lighting for it.
hmm
And that's how I would have, if I were doing this for a project, I would like try to find some reference that lined up with each other.
Yeah, to me these lined up like with my the way my head works. But yeah, I do like flip things around and try to sync things up a bit more too.
you know what it reminded me of is
Mm.
so I do a lot of editing, right, and I've been doing more lately, and one of the hardest things is, especially when you're working in like short docs, and Charlie, I'm sure you can like relate to this, is the truncating, especially with docs, because you're having like organic conversations, and then like I have to package that to make sense,
Mhm.
and you're having to basically, I'm trying to think of like the right terms for it, but it's like the pacing and the smoothness of an edit to where nobody notices like time passed between those cuts.
hmm
Yeah.
And it's so hard to do. It can be really hard, especially with with a moving camera, right? Um, if you have even if you have dual cameras, like, let's say you have two, three cameras on one person, which I usually have 2 to 1. I very rarely have three when it's like a doc. It becomes really hard to create that seamlessness between cuts. And I noticed that with the figure and the shape of both figures, like pairing them together. That reminds me of that because
Are you talking about like an interview? Like
no,
interview
in the
stuff or
images,
anything?
because in an
In the
interview, the shape of the person really affects your ability to make those cuts. Because
yeah.
if they move too much, or even if they were if they were really bubbly when they made their first, the first sentence, let's say, of this moment, and then let's
Yeah.
say the second sentence is a minute later in the actual footage, but I think these two sentences need to be together to
Mhm.
make this doc work. When I bring them together, their body, like if it's a minute apart or 2 minutes apart, it's amazing how much the way a person carries themselves, the way their face, that it can look, even though there's a camera cut, even though it goes to a different camera and it shows them in a different position, it can feel so abrupt because of the energy, the glow in their face. Like
Oh, yeah, I can
it can just
imagine.
feel bad. And you're just like, oh, this just feels like a straight cut. Which a straight cut would just be like or like a, like a, that's just when you see it cut right in front and they don't even try to hide the cut,
Mm.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. When you're not, yeah, I totally know what you mean.
And sometimes if I think that like cut to camera 2 is going to feel too abrupt, you just do um, like you basically just, I get to a point where I'm like, oh, if I cut to camera 2, it's going to look so abrupt that I might as well just do a straight cut. Because then it doesn't look like I'm not trying to like hide a thing
Yeah.
that I failed at hiding.
You're making it intentional.
Yeah, exactly.
You're
Yeah,
showing
basically you take
that.
the path that look. Yeah, thank you. Thank God you're here, Charlie, because I wouldn't have been able to figure that
Oh,
out.
that's a,
But it is
that, yeah,
funny because I was thinking about that with like, Gary Amaro said like, I think collage is going to come naturally to you because you're an editor, and you nailed it, Gary. I was thinking that all week. I was
That's a
like,
great
I was
point.
like, I gotta figure out how to do collage because I know. And then I was like, I'm gonna do collage anyway, and I had no magazines. you know and then I'm looking at like these like surfer magazines that my brother sent me that are like so awesome, and I'm like, I can't cut those up.
Well, like
Yeah,
what I think is really interesting that Sally does is she starts with a silhouette and she'll use patterns and things like that
yeah,
to illustrate it and work around it and build things that way. I think that's really cool too.
yeah. Michelle said, I'm always like, how the heck do I add a comment on Discord and you're uncomfortable with the pencil? I'm still uncomfortable figuring out Discord. That makes me so happy. This has been a learning night for me. I'm never going to get mad at anybody about Discord again.
So, Timmy, I do have a story that just
Yeah.
I don't know if it to put this all.
Before you tell it, can I show people this? This is
Yeah.
nuts, Adam.
Oh,
Holy
that's so
moly.
great.
nice
Yeah.
job, man.
That looks
Yeah,
awesome.
Adam, take the stage.
No, so I go to this local figure drawing group, and when they first started it up, this woman showed up one day, and she was the new girlfriend of the guy who ran it, and none of us had met her before, and she starts drawing, and on the first break, people start kind of making just small. Oh, basically the biggest question is like, oh, how often do you go out and do this? Right, because we're like in the suburbs, and everyone's got lives, and it's 8 o'clock at night on a Wednesday. And they said to her, so like, so or it's like, where did you study, or how long have you been doing this? Is this what you do? And they said to her, so how long? She's like, oh no, I didn't study art. I've actually never done figure drawing before. And we were like, what? She's like, well, Ken just told me about this and it sounded like it would be fun. So I bought a pad today and a pencil, and I'm just trying it out. And we're going, and we're going, that sounds extraordinarily brave, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
just walk into and then we found out that, among other things, she's a professional skydiver.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is why drawing with a bunch of strangers who went to art school isn't scary, huh?
Yeah. There you go.
Scott. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, thanks.
So I like this
I
question
didn't
from
know I was being
Gary.
spotlighted.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
I just
Scott.
did it right now, Scott. That's
Thanks.
awesome.
Oh, that's great, Scott.
I love it.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I don't know how you got to there from where you were. It's amazing. I have so much more appreciation for all of you guys. This is wild. The tone in my texts to y'all is going to be very different. It's going to be very much more worship.
Finally, some respect.
I'm finally going to be bringing some respect to the. Yeah, exactly, Scott. Cassandra, you nailed the baggy shirt on this.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love the wrinkles.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's the best. I do love that you threw Danny DeVito in with like three of the most beautiful people on the planet.
Well, I was like, um, I wanted some fun faces, and so I was like, well, I'll go with like who's popular. So I was looking at popular, and then I just went with what I wanted to draw, and I was like, I want to draw Danny DeVito. I think he has an amazing face, and he's just such a character. So
He's
yeah,
probably my favorite. I mean,
I
he's
was leading with my heart on this.
I have two favorite actors in the world all time, like no problem naming them.
Mhm.
Danny DeVito, Jackie Chan. These are
That's
my
great.
yeah, they're number ones for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just learned that Jackie Chan can sing really well.
Yeah, he's opera trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know anything about Jackie Chan, you know that he's opera trained.
I did not realize until recently, and it
Yeah.
kind of blew me away. I was like,
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, no, recently somebody was like, there might be like a problem with your Jackie Chan love because, whatever. Have you read about this Jackie Chan issue? And I was like, I won't be reading that. I'm gonna gonna continue to bask in my sweet, sweet bliss of Jackie Chan, Super Cop 2 and 3. Yeah, yeah.
Are they actors that you'll see anything they're in? If you see Danny DeVito or
If
Jackie
I
Chan,
see
you just
Danny
you'll
DeVito
watch
or
it.
Jackie Chan
No
in it,
question.
Jackie Chan maybe not recently, just because he doesn't do that much anymore. But Jackie Chan, like back, if it's like pre 2010 Jackie Chan, I will immediately watch it. Yeah, definitely. I just got Super Cop on VHS. I'm so excited to watch it with my nephew. He's gonna watch
On
about five.
VHS.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I'm a VHS guy now,
Are you
Charlie.
really?
Yeah, yeah. This is part
You
of my
are a
hipster.
hipster.
This is my
Seriously.
this is my hipster arc.
But that's the
Yeah.
only way you can watch, Han Solo shoot Greedo without, being
No,
provoked.
the reason I went VHS is not hipster. The reason I went VHS is because I'm about to have a child and I'm terrified of the screen thing. Because I
Oh,
realized how strongly it gripped me in my late 20s to now, and um, and I don't want to have screens in our house that are like that, right? And I like the idea of like your first and my nephew and nieces are like very they're learning about media right now. They're the oldest one is 4 years old. They just turned four, so they're just learning about media. And I like the idea of like emphasizing like this is physical.
Hmm.
This
Hmm.
media is physical. This media is created by real people,
mhm.
and the good stuff is has always been created by real people, and also it's never been designed up until recently to be what they say quote unquote sticky, right, which is
Right.
just a synonym for addictive, right?
Yeah,
And I so yeah, so that's why I did that.
I
Now
like it.
also
That's
like
that's respectable. I like it.
also yeah, but some of it is true, like the hipster-ish, because I do think hipster is just like a term for like well, it's a bit of an ego stroke. Like you're doing the thing not because you want to do it, but because socially you think it is going to create social capital. Is that right?
No, 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 no.
Don't you think? Don't you
That is
think?
not, no.
Don't you think hipster is like kind of
No wonder
like a
you're overthinking
faking?
it. That's not what a hipster is. They're more of a free thinker. And the reason why they'd never admit to being it, or like,
Yeah.
is because they don't want to bring attention to it. If you're a true hipster, then you're the opposite of what you're saying.
Huh.
Just true hipsters actually are afraid of being called a hipster because they think it means what you think it means.
Because, and they don't want to be defined by anything. So the mere fact that you fight it, like, it is
Hmm.
actually kind of a compliment because you're refusing to fall into like what other people predetermine as like good or something, but often it could be setting a trend because there's
Hmm.
about it. So,
This is very interesting. I'm learning.
yeah,
I'm going to slightly push back on that because I think
Thank you,
maybe
Scott.
it's just, yeah,
there can be a cliche, but
I think there are hipsters who are using Razor flip phones and it's to be iconoclastic. It's to be
but those aren't
different.
real
You know what I mean?
hipsters. Those are
Okay.
wannabe
All right.
hipsters.
Okay, fine. So then I'm going to call those the wannabe hipsters. But
Yes.
I
there
mean,
is a
I
category
mean,
of person that's kind of doing silly stuff to call attention to themselves. I think that that's
Yeah.
true.
Scott, to be totally honest, like if I could flip to a flip phone, which I've tried like so many times, and I think you're aware of it. I've shown you like my phone before and been like, this is what my phone looks like, and I'm trying so hard to not be addicted to whatever, and it's it's almost like the dishonesty of like that experience of what you were saying, Scott, like the
Mm,
dishonesty of being a hipster. Like if even if I'm being dishonest, if that were to get me off of my smartphone, right? I'm almost
yeah.
like that is a
Yeah. The end would
trade I
justify
would
the means.
Worthwhile.
Yeah.
yeah, that I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever, I guess I'm fake and everything,
Yeah.
but whatever.
Well,
I'm not
but
gonna
again,
yeah.
with what Cassandra is saying, you're speaking from an authentic
Yeah.
goal here, as opposed to I would just want to do this because then I look different and unique. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
That's
I
being a
like this.
poser.
Someone said
there you
a
go. Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, poser and hipster, which we all have like different. Every generation has a different
Yeah. So
term
I
for
am
Yeah.
it.
never calling you a poser.
So hipster felt like for my elder millennial to elder millennial Cassandra.
Hmm.
I think that maybe a couple things occurred between your elder millennia and my elder millennia.
Well, you know what
It
happened? You
yeah.
were making assumptions, which makes an ass out of you and me. We should never make assumptions. We should
There
have
we
defined it
go.
earlier.
There we go. The communication queen of Drawing Hive has
Uh,
herself made a community. This is what happens when you do that. No, I'm just kidding.
oh my gosh, that's so
um,
cool.
Do you do
okay.
cassettes then too, Timmy? Are you?
No, not doing cassettes. I am excited because like I have my grandmother's vinyl like record player, which was like a console that is really cool, and it was like the only thing that didn't get destroyed in her house. But the watching TV, it's really it's very like it's so. I didn't realize it would be so emotional to me, but like I saw my nephew who's like 4 and is like my favorite person in the world now, and I put on like the Secret of Nim,
Hmm.
and I told him I was like, and first of all, I have them like look at all the VHS tapes and they pick the one that looks the coolest. So I bought like a ton of kids movies, right? And
That's
so
so
they get
fun.
to do this like weird blockbuster experience.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
And they get to choose based on the cover, and then when they choose it, I give it to them, and they have to like learn how to like figure out how to use this tool, you know? To me that was cool because I was like, oh, they don't even know, they have no reference for how this tool works, this
Yeah.
VCR player and everything, and I give it to them and they try to shove it in. You obviously you want to see how they're going to try to figure it out. And it's like they almost break your VCR trying to figure out, like they just try to shove it in backwards, sideways, everything, right? And then they watch it, and we've got this like big shag carpet in front of this big old TV, and they end up on their stomachs with like their elbows on the ground, their chins in their hands, and like
Hmm.
and they're watching it the same way I did, and somebody said books. Yeah, of course they're reading books. Don't get on. Go somewhere else. Like, yeah, they're reading books. I'm talking about the big issue, the media thing, which it scares me, because I see toddlers with iPads, and I understand the parents' plight. You know, yeah. So,
Yeah, no, you figure out what works for you and
but yeah, cassettes and VHS and all that. It's fun. I love it. Someone asked earlier, do you have any Gary Kelly book recommendations? Is there a definitive book
Ooh, there's like
Mhm.
any.
So
John,
many good
maybe
ones.
anything in your
Of his children's, I mean, there's not a book on his work, which is
okay.
a shame, and maybe that can get rectified at some point. But so if you were just to go through his children's books, I'll just name
Yeah.
two of my personal favorites. Are one of his earlier ones from the '90s called The Necklace, I think is just incredible, and then the one that John mentioned, The Stolen Smile, I think is just
Yeah,
incredible.
I
I
love
would
that
recommend
Stolen
that.
Smile too. It's so good.
It's brilliant.
Uh,
It's a great
Um,
story too.
yeah, if you are looking for it, I mean, there's if you just Google Gary Kelly books, all of the published work that he's done is there, and it's a pretty amazing collection. But yeah, no, I think that was the final nail in the coffin, in that I am definitely a hipster.
There you go.
the good
There you
kind.
go.
Yeah,
You
thank
know
you,
what, Timmy?
Cassandra.
I
I'm
do
gonna
laugh
embrace
about
it.
that because when I was getting married, I have a VCR and I was like still I had my favorite tapes. And so
Yeah.
one of the things when I was like, okay, well after we get married and I'm moving in, like you have to take me and my VCR and tapes. And so he has this beautiful setup and sound system and he was like, I have to hook this up. And I was like, yep, yep, it means that you're taking me as me. You're gonna take me and my videotapes. So yeah, I have my videotapes. I have my VCR. I get it.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you know, it's it's time. It's just time. I'm like, oh, the worst thing could happen is like, as a person, is like your time gets stolen. You know,
Mhm.
and I think, I if anybody noticed, and it comes at a cost. Like someone's saying, when do we see the word? I already shared it, Michelle. You'll see it later. Sorry, I can barely focus on a conversation now. Drawing has thrown me off so much. It's incredible. I don't know how have you guys, the biggest revelation is I do not understand how you guys have been doing this for 300 episodes.
Well, that's the thing. It gets easier.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
learning to talk and I mean
Yeah.
a lot of it though, sometimes I just forget to look up and then it's later when I'm like really looking at some of the work that the
Yeah.
panel's doing. Like at the end, I put my stuff down so I can see what everybody else did, but sometimes you
Yeah.
just head down talking so
Yeah.
that you do both.
That's
Timmy,
funny.
go
That
ahead.
was funny you said that, Cassandra, because it's like one of my biggest issues with this is get focused on what I'm doing and I don't look what everybody else is doing till the end.
Hmm.
It's all I
Yeah.
look at. It's
So it's
all I
like
look at while
I
you guys
love
are
a good
reading.
and the thing walk around because then I get to like I'll look up and be like, oh yeah, that is good. Like
Right.
No, it is crazy because, like, think about it this way. So for 300 episodes, when I talk to you guys, I'm staring at a grid. I'm just staring at
hmm
a grid of your hands.
hmm
I'm talking with 5 hands right now.
Nice.
Right.
Timmy, I'm reminded of the fact that at the college where I teach,
Yeah.
we have our art history majors. They all have to take 3 studio art classes, and the
Okay.
reason why is because our head art historian, she made that call in our curriculum, and she's like, I want them to have empathy for what artists go through with their work. Like
Hell yeah. That's
so
awesome.
I love that you've had that experience now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a few years late, but whatever. Whatever. It could,
It,
what? It could have gone longer. A lot of people wouldn't have done this. Hey, man, I
Mhm.
am a saint, right?
You really are.
and
Can't
so
be said
humble
enough.
and modest.
Wow, wow. I'm so modest too, and also, yeah, man.
I bet if we asked you what, if you even had a flaw to point out, I bet you'd have too much modesty would be what you'd say, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, my
really.
biggest flaw is my modesty and my
Sometimes I
kindness.
get
My
too
modesty and my kindness. Um, no, yeah, I mean, it is an interesting thing. People, everybody, please start posting your final image because we're gonna go to Discord in 5 minutes. Do not wait. Do it now. 5 minutes. We're going there. So what you're saying, it's like, yeah, no, it's relevant to art criticism. in art history. It's totally relevant to understand the perspective of being an artist. You know,
Yeah.
I love that you said that. That's really interesting. I always knew it was hard, but you forget. It's so easy to forget. But I mean, God, if I was like, if I had to either go to jail for 10 years or figure out how to draw what Charlie did tonight, I'm taking jail.
No.
No, that's a wrong choice.
No. I am. No, literally. I think 10 years from now, I don't know. I don't think. I think that might take more. Charlie, how long have you been drawing?
I mean, it's more than 10 years, but
Yeah.
that doesn't it's not equivalent to jail
No.
time.
We'd all like to think it's a little more fun than hard time, Timmy.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no. I'm
we
just
pretend
thinking
like
of
it's more fun.
shorter time.
Oh, shorter time. Like if you could just say,
Yeah.
I get this thing if I just serve jail time for 10 years. I don't know.
I don't know. We've gone to.
That's
We've
too scary.
we've
I
lost my idea.
Can't think about that and draw at the same time. It's like
I've done some drawings that I was like, God, if anyone could see how bad this is, they might put me in jail.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I
There's
know that
just some
feeling.
nights where my brain's just not working and it's like I'm just going under here.
I do love that somebody immediately said jail's a great place to learn how to draw.
There you go.
Yeah.
That is what I thought I was going to think. I thought that this is how my brain was. I was like, I was going to make that joke, and then I was also like, do they even let you have sharpened pencils?
Oh,
No, you're definitely
Yeah,
they're
man.
You
they're
might not
definitely giving you they're definitely giving you grabby markers in jail.
Hey.
Crayons and cardboard.
You can
Yeah,
do a lot with
correct.
grabby markers.
Yeah, you heard it here first. When you go to jail or prison, they give you grabby markers. That's like the standard thing. No, I'm just kidding. Um, uh,
right.
yeah, no. Walked myself down on it.
You
I am looking at Discord though, and it's wild. We're gonna have to do more of these mix-up nights because it's too good.
Awesome.
It's insane.
I
A
was
lot of
hoping
crazy-
it would
oh,
get a
yeah.
little unhinged because that's
A
like
lot of craziness occurred while we were talking. I love it.
that makes me so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Well, I think like it's good to play with the way your brain is looking at stuff and how will you piece things together. And we do a great job of working directly from image to create something and it's gonna go differently and that's good to see what happens and where it goes.
Share. I'm trying to think of if there were any other questions. If the audience has any other questions, let me know. You guys have any questions? Does the audience have any questions for me as a drawing knife panelist?
Mm-hmm.
As a drawing knife panelist that does art regularly?
Now, one of the pros.
Yeah, now that I'm like one of the pros on the panel, if you have any questions, let me know.
Well, you could announce our new intro to drawing class that you're teaching. At
Oh
Midnight
yeah,
Passage.
the intro to tagging bathroom stalls. Is that what the class will be?
That's a
Yeah, I
great
like
class.
that. Yeah. Yeah. If you want to keep drawing on bathroom stall walls and like not get caught and really get people upset, I'm running that class. It starts next week. It's I don't know, it's like $15. It's just whatever. It's what you can pay. You know.
Yeah,
Somebody said tagging bathroom walls, bathroom stalls, not hipster at all. Come at me. Come on. Come on. That's not hipster. Come on.
Anything you say now, anything you say is
so
being
funny.
hipster.
This is so funny.
I'm under attack in the crowd.
Hey,
Yeah.
remember to learn. Remember, it's a compliment. Okay? It's a compliment.
Okay.
But it's the fact that it bothers you so much that the little sister in me loves that I can poke you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. It was not a compliment when I was a young man, and it became popular. But you know what? I will embrace the culture that I live in.
There you go.
Adam, somebody asked, what paint is that you're working with?
Uh, Gouache.
Nice.
Gouache and watercolor.
I got to get in the zone so we can share this work. So maybe you guys talk.
Mm. You talking about the tagging reminded me when I was a freshman, the dean of art school came in and he was like, "Look, we all know it's going to happen. There's going to be graffiti because these are a whole bunch of artists. You're all like got your own ideas of things, but here's the thing. If you are going to take the time to deface something, you better make it good. If it's bad, I will find you and I will get you in trouble.
That's
So
awesome.
make it good."
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
And I was like, "This is where I want to be."
Who I want to know about this person.
It was the dean of AFO for VCU. That was just like the first, like, we all had to come together to just learn more about like everything that's about to happen. And
Uh-huh.
that was my favorite thing because he's like, "I'm not going to pretend that you guys aren't going to do this."
Cassandra, I feel the same way about murals.
Do you
in my
remember
town.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
name?
I do
Yeah.
too. Don't do something good. Be good
Yeah.
or don't do it when it comes to especially graffiti because
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, this okay, so I am flying through. I'm trying to get to the top of all the art that we did tonight. And I'm going to share some art that is very special because it's from a lot of people. And you know what? I want to encourage people. If you have really old drawing hive art or quote unquote, if you know what I'm talking about, illustration isolation art, if you know what that
Hmm.
means,
Hmm.
share it. Please share it. Go ahead. Share it in the chat. I'll give you an extra minute for that, but we're gonna look at some of the art because it's awesome. Some people shared some like some Christopher the model art,
Yeah, I found
and
my first drawings from over
it's
6 years ago.
the best. Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm going there now because I know we all have families and things too. See, let's do it. Okay, look at this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh
That was
wow.
clean
Remember that
night.
night? We were in my
Yeah.
Oh
basement. This
yeah.
was the basement flood night. My basement flooded and we still did drawing hive. We were walking around water. I was like, we'll figure it out tomorrow. This is
Yeah. Oh,
my
that's so
childhood
great,
friend.
AJ.
Oh, wow.
AJ. Oh man.
Huh.
Oh, love it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Isn't that
Yeah.
That's
like
great.
6 years ago? It's awesome.
How was that 6 years ago? That blows
It's
my mind.
crazy.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
awesome?
nice.
We would create some of the costumes while you guys were drawing the first costume. That was how much fun it was. It was like, well, we'll just figure it out, you know?
Yeah, you guys brought the party with all that for
This is
sure.
2021. No, this is before 2021 because Christopher was living with me.
Yeah, it was 2020.
This is 2020,
Yeah, that's
man.
2020.
You got more years on your belt than you know.
Huh.
Yeah, this is my wife as this is our
Elaine.
Seinfeld night, which I want to do
Yeah.
another Seinfeld night. That was so much fun. Oh my God. Isn't
That's
that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's see
Oh,
some of
right.
this
There we go.
Love it.
that bunny diva.
Yeah, isn't that the best?
Oh, Felicity,
Oh.
that's amazing.
Felicity, that's wild. Felicity, I wish I had seen yours because I would have been like, oh, you can just like do these things. You can change things. That's awesome.
That's
Oh,
great.
that's so fun. Yeah,
Big
Totally see
koala,
Danny
koala
doing it.
energy.
Koala. Nice.
that's a good
Yeah.
one. That's a good one.
I'm gonna,
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
anytime there's more than one face, I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
show it bigger.
That's
Hysterical.
Nice.
Awesome.
Amazing.
That
Thanks.
is
Charlotte,
fantastic.
that's incredible.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
such a good face.
Oh
Oh,
my
that's
God, that's great.
so fun.
That's
I love
good.
it.
You know what's so funny? This one, I start to learn like, oh, the rules are pretty loose. You know what I mean? Like it.
Uh-huh.
I'm a person who lives with a lot of rules. You know, and
You have to kind of throw the rules out there because
Yeah.
it's
nothing quite
amazing.
works.
Sorry, it's. I know. I appreciate you all sharing your stuff. Here we go. Okay, I
I
think
love,
I
and I
can
love
release
the
it.
arms. The arms are
Yes.
perfect.
And okay, go ahead.
Oh, great job,
Oh, that's
Felicity.
great too.
Nailed it.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Jen.
It's
That
awesome.
face is great.
Good.
That's great.
Oh,
Love
300
it.
wouldn't be the same without
Oh,
you.
yes. Great,
That's
Maria.
great. The Easter Bunny.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Horrible. Arturo, wait, I hope you're going somewhere
Yes,
fun. Have a great
that's
time.
so
Look, Danny
great.
DeVito.
You did a classic
And
chocolate
at the
Danny
airport.
DeVito.
Impressive.
It is. It's a chocolate Danny DeVito.
Yes.
Okay, ready, everybody?
Oh, that's so
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Very
Great
nice.
job.
That is great.
I don't know how you
Matching
guys do
t-shirts.
this.
That's incredible.
So good. So good. Oh my gosh.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh,
That's
AJ.
nice.
fantastic, AJ.
Ooh.
Karen.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this makes me so happy. Oh, that's
Oh yeah.
brilliant.
The type is awesome. Some of the people nailed the type
Yeah.
too.
That's so great.
Oh my gosh, good stuff. Good work.
Nice.
That's great.
Okay, this is the funniest thing someone did tonight.
Nicole, that's
Cool.
great.
Nicole, you did the funniest thing. It's right in front of us. It was right in front of us, and it's the funniest thing.
Oh, these are so fun.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I
yes.
like that.
Nailed it.
Right.
And it still looks just
And-
like him.
Yeah.
Great
It
job.
really does. You nailed his likeness, which is
Wait.
I got tossed around. Sorry. I don't know if it makes sense to other people, but I got tossed bad. Okay.
Ooh, that's
Beautiful.
cool.
Wow. Look
Yeah,
at
it's
that.
really nice.
That's really good. Oh, that's
Oh, nice.
awesome.
I'm going
Love
to try to say this quickly. The all the nights when we're all chasing, trying to make something look like something. This is the most creative night that I think we've had. It's
Hmm.
like
So
really
cool.
push people in different directions. Well done.
I think
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
nailed it, John. Yeah, that says it well.
Oh,
Hilarious.
love it,
That's
Andy.
cool.
It's so weird. Just ears coming out of a bald head is hilarious.
Wonderful.
That's good
Oh,
stuff.
Sander.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
I love
great.
the
Damn it,
shape.
Xander.
Nice
Oh, and
shirt.
he's got a visual passage shirt.
I was just gonna say, should we make this the visual arts passage?
Can we please? I would wear it
Yes,
everywhere.
You know
I
what?
would
I'm
wear it
gonna-
everywhere.
Yes.
You know what? It's our official mascot. Thank you, Xander.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
assuming licensing is. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But
Love
Yeah.
so much. Ooh, that's cool, Andy.
Oh, nice,
Oh, I
Andy.
like
good
that.
stuff.
That's
Wow.
Wow.
cool.
Wow.
Look at that.
The Jolly and Hive people are the coolest.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Rebecca, the cleavage, just
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
everything about it. Yes.
I skipped that for mine.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
good stuff.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I like that Dane DeVito hair. Oh my gosh, people are
Oh, that's
cooking.
great.
Ooh.
Really nice.
Eric, good lord.
Love,
Killed
love,
it.
love.
Nice, Andy.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Ah,
It's the three.
Right. Yes.
y'all are
The
brilliant.
six
Oh.
nipples. Oh my
You're
god.
Brilliant.
George,
Yes.
honestly, I don't know. Nicole, George, you guys are neck and neck. Those are both
You all
hilarious.
understood the assignment,
Yeah.
every single one of you, and you showed up.
Okay, and that's awesome.
Good man.
So cool. Yeah.
Very nice.
I always got to do it when it's multiples.
Oh, so
Thank you
great
so
job.
much. Y'all killed
You
it.
even got the VAP logo in it.
I know. It's
Ooh.
Oh, that's
They're
cool. Yes.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
It's whenever the marmot arms are
Yes.
drawn,
Yeah,
it's just, oh, wow, that's
Wow.
good.
that's hilarious.
Beautiful line work, too.
Yeah. Nice, Cora.
Oh, these are so.
Nice.
Ah,
Killing it.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
The
good.
risk of drawing and parenting. Oh, I barely had to parent.
Oh, those
Oh,
are
That's awesome.
wow.
That's
Robert.
great.
The
Yeah.
Fantastic.
design
I
is
I was I
great.
was thinking
Wow.
way harder to do celebrity body animal head.
Mm,
Not
really
to
good.
be and to be a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.
Oh, Gary.
Oh wow, Gary.
Nailed
You
it.
killed it. Oh my God, Gary.
So
Nice.
good. I like the marmot AF there.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. This is a first time screenshot ever. Oh no. Everybody, something terrible happened. I got disconnected. Sorry. We're going back.
We're here for it. We're here for it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add some
Um,
text over it.
It's we've almost seen everybody's art, but just cut
And
the
boy, is
share.
it an extra joy tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? We can go an extra 10 to see all this stuff. Because you know what? You guys have gone 300
Marmot
episodes.
DeVito.
Y'all did 300 episodes, so we can do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Ah.
Pablo wants a cracker is hilarious.
Terry.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
oh yes.
Feminist gopher.
Love, love, love.
Awesome. Oh my God, Terry. Oh my God, these are amazing.
Y'all have made my night.
This is the best.
Nicely.
So good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful drawing of
The
Zendaya.
line work is
Um,
amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
I do like that somebody said that because for a long time people were like episode 300 should be 300, and I was like, no, but I do like that somebody did it.
That was cool, Gary.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's great,
It's
Gary.
really
that's
nicely.
cool, Lee. Oh, Marcy. Love, love.
Nicole, you're busy.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, that's cool, Lon.
Well, nice.
Lovely.
job.
That's a beautiful drawing too. Great job.
I know.
Yes, Randy.
I so
Taxi.
wanted to put him in the dispatch booth.
Yeah,
So great.
it's supposed to be sunny.
That's so
Oh,
great. Oh, Michelle,
Oh,
I
nice,
love
Michelle.
it.
Good
Yeah.
stuff. I love that. Yeah, that's
Lovely.
awesome.
Mhm.
Man, y'all rock. That's
Chuck.
cool.
Good
Way to go,
Lord.
Nice
Chuck.
work, Chuck.
Nice, Jack.
Yes.
Julian, brilliant.
Those are
Yeah,
great.
those are
Julian,
Oh,
you gotta cut yourself
that's
enough credit.
cool.
You're awesome.
Wow.
Wow.
So
That's
hilarious.
cool.
Oh, Valerie.
That's
Awesome.
lovely.
I love that Valerie said when I said what's something challenging you did that was scary and everything, she said nursing school. Way to go.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes.
I love what you did there. Really nice.
That's terrifying.
So good.
Oh
So
man.
good. Oh, what a delight.
Mhm.
Best.
Beautiful
DeVito,
job. Great.
Pascal, awesome.
That's,
Throwback.
Ooh, that's nice.
that's
Amundsen.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so these are the old stuff. This is great.
Yep.
Are you guys? Everybody cool to see
Yes,
some of the
I
old stuff?
totally
Yes,
remember
yeah.
these ones.
Yeah, if you got to
That's
drop,
so
you
cool.
can leave if you need to, but I want to see this stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
How
awesome.
great is that?
Nice.
Wow.
I don't remember what I want to like. it feels like somebody, Cassandra, like an old friend of mine that's like not drawing knife,
Hmm.
they saw your video and they're like, this feels like a time machine. Like
Right.
they were like, I remember you all like the nights you guys drew these.
Yeah, it was crazy going through them. It made me
Mhm.
realize like I'd forgotten so many of the themes too.
Yeah.
It's
These are
cool.
old themes. It's so much fun.
Oh, that's
That's an
great.
Furry
AJ
as
one.
fuck.
AJ. Oh, I love that it's
Mm,
Yeah.
furry at the
for
end.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. Oh,
I am. Yeah, that's a Salacuse night. There we go.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
So good.
Felicity,
Oh,
what? Felicity
Wow.
is an adult
Look at
now.
that.
Felicity.
I love that picture
Oh my
so
God,
much.
yeah,
that's the best.
that's great.
That's awesome, Felicity.
Thank
You're
you,
gonna do.
Felicity.
Yeah, thank you, Felicity. You're gonna do great. Like, I mean, Felicity's like in line for like most attended drawing ever. It's
Right.
awesome. And yeah, you're gonna do great things, guys. People
That's
definitely.
cool,
We
Sabrina.
won't check on Jeff's because it's a PDF, but check it out. I encourage you to
Oh,
go to that.
wow.
It's awesome.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Chuck.
Oh, that's lovely.
Ooh.
Good silhouette there too. He's so good.
God, look at these.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
my God.
Those are
Yes.
hobbits.
Yeah.
Hobbits for sure, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a photographer friend of
Yeah, it was
mine.
a
I can't remember which
photographer. I can't
one.
remember which one.
Good
Yes.
one.
Molly Shannon. That's our SNL night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was a year the Chiefs went to the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So
we
good.
don't do
Ooh,
Super
that
Bowls
was
anymore.
great.
Oh my God, this stuff's awesome.
Oh, that was so
That's
good.
nice.
Yeah, that was fun. Weird Animals
Wow.
night.
Yeah.
Nice drawings.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah.
so
You
good.
know what? What a good one to end on.
Carrie.
Right.
What a good one to end
Beautiful.
on.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Frankly, graphic. Thank you.
Love how you did that one.
Thank you, everybody who posted. Thank you, everybody who tunes in.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
Thank
a
you,
treat.
everyone, for hanging around for 300 episodes.
It's
What a
amazing.
treat.
This might be the only place on the internet where I say roast me and the audience says no. So thank you so much. It is really so much fun. We love doing this, and it's.
And it wouldn't be going if
Yeah.
everybody didn't keep showing up and making it so special.
Yeah, and it really is special. So like truly, like John and I alone, we couldn't do this. Could not do this. And like everyone has always volunteered to do it. So
We could. It
Cassandra-
just wouldn't be very good.
Yeah, technically we could. Technically we could. It's totally true. John could draw. I could. I could. As it turns out tonight, I could draw.
Yes, you
But
can.
no. But seriously, joking aside, like Cassandra, Scott, Charlie, Adam, and then the whole host of other people that weren't able to make it tonight. Like this wouldn't be special without you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you for keeping it going.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
genuinely love
Thank,
this.
thank you, everybody. I'm gonna. This may be wrong, but Cassandra, I give a special thanks to you. You are such a great participant and have put so much into this. I just want to thank you
Yeah.
for it.
John, couldn't said it better.
Yeah.
Everybody, have a nice night. Have a great week. Next week we are drawing Widow's Bay.
Yes.
Yes,
Ooh.
I can't wait.
Yes,
Ooh, that's
Cassandra. I think Cassandra. If anybody wants to pick the ref on the panel, they're welcome to.
Uh-huh.
Because it sounds like we got a bunch of fans on the panel. Yeah, we'll see you next week. And this was such a sweet night. Thank you all for being here for us.
Thank you all for making it so
Thanks,
special.
guys.
Thank you,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Good night.
Good night.